Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this series of videos, we are working on uh, a series of labs that are designed uh, to help you pass the AZ900 certification. It's from the Microsoft Learning GitHub account. And in this particular video today, we are going to deploy a virtual machine using a template, and we'll be doing the lab number 9. To do the lab with me, you will need an Azure account. If you do not have one, just go ahead and go to portal.azure.com and just register for a free account and you should be good to go. Now we have learned how to deploy a virtual machine from the portal, but there are really hundreds of templates that are available that you can use to very quickly deploy a virtual machine. And one place that you should know as a Azure user is there is something called Azure Quickstart Template Gallery. So we're going to go there and take a look at it. So if you go there, and it's the page, as soon as it opens, we'll have access to hundreds of templates literally. So here it's saying 966 Quickstart templates are currently in the gallery, and that number is going to go up as time progresses. More people, they will contribute newer templates to the gallery. And here it's just telling you some of the most popular templates that are out there. Create SSH keys and store in the key vault. SAS Viva Quickstart template for Azure. Then VM scale set with autoscale running an IIS web app. DNS forwarder virtual machine. Deploy a simple Windows machine. Deploy simple Ubuntu Linux virtual machine. So for all of them, you will be amazed how easy it is to deploy. So say you want to create the DNS forward, all you need to do is click on that one, and then just click on the deploy to Azure, and it will take you to the Azure, and it will open up the configuration window for you if you're logged in, and you just say yeah, go deploy, and you will have a deployment done. So let's see what the lab is asking us to do. So be aware of this Quickstart template gallery, and before you start creating your own template, just look in there and see if there's a template that you can use and reuse, so you are saving your time and also following the best practices out there in the world. So again, spend some time with this Quickstart template, see if it's something you like, and then they're asking for search for or directly access the deploy virtual machine. So let's just go and find that particular template. So if you look at that, so deploy a simple virtual machine, we are on that template, and pretty much I think what they are going to ask us to do to deploy this to Azure. Note the deploy to Azure button enables you to deploy the templates via the Azure portal. During such deployment, you will be prompted for only small set of configuration parameters. Why? Because most of the parameters, they're already set for you. So we can click on the deploy to Azure button, and it will automatically take us to the Azure portal. So just prove you that. So click on that one, and it's opening up a new tab. And if you look at it, it's taking us to portal.azure.com. There's my Azure nice icon, and it says custom deployment, and then it changed to deploy a simple Windows VM, and you see uh, most of the parameters that are already filled in. There are only few things that you need to configure. So over here, if prompted sign into Azure, we already signed in, so it didn't prompt us. Here what they're saying, click edit template in the resource manager format, and that uses the JSON format. Review the parameters and variables, then locate the parameter for virtual machine name, change the name onto my VM template. Okay, um, save your changes, you are returned to the custom deployment. So come over here and here, and then what you need to do, let's see, edit template. Okay, edit template is going to give you the whole JSON format, and let's see, we are looking for the template name. Where is my template name? Let me go back and make sure that I have the default value is what we are looking for, my VM template. um, Change the name to my VM template, so default value is what we are looking for. That was on line 94, so I'm just going to go down to the line 94, see if it's still there. Default value, it says simple VM. So they're asking, hey, change the name to my VM template. So that will help us to identify that VM is generated using a template. Okay, so now you can save the template, and it brings you back to the basics tab. Over here, let's see what you need to do. You choose your subscription and create the my RJ template resource group. So let's come back over here, create new, and paste. So this resource group will be created. Parameters, it's east-us2 looks like the default here. Just go with east-us if I have option. So if the Azure is just adding more and more and more regions, I would just search for east, and here's the east-us. I'm going to select it. Looks like I need a user name and password. I'm just gonna use my own username and password that I prefer to use. Okay, and then I think DNS label prefix, they are asking us to change to something like that. So copy that one, come back over here. So in this one, I'm gonna put this and something. It's not telling me whether that name is available to me or not, but hopefully it is. Everything else is pre-configured for me, and it's using 2019 data center. If you look at here, it's telling me that OS version is 2019 data center. Okay, I think everything is good. Last thing you need to do is click on the I agree to the terms and conditions and hit review and create. Okay, so then where is my I agree? It's not there. So we can for now I can just click on that review and create button, and it should start, and now the validation is successful. Okay, so now I can create, uh, hit the create button, and it should start the initialization of this deployment. Previously that was not there. Previously from the template, if you hit the review and create, if the validation is successful, they would not stop and give you another create button to click. They will just automatically start the deployment. That's something new I think Azure has done, which I think is a good thing, that after the review is similar to any other deployment, you are getting whether the validation is successful, and then only you are clicking the create button for the deployment. And that's about it. So it will take just probably a few minutes to deploy, and once the machine is deployed, we will be able to look at the machine. Okay, and they are just asking you to look at some of the things that are going on inside this virtual machine. If you want, you can even connect to the virtual machine and log in and make sure that it's working properly. So let's just go back over here and look at the deployment, and if you see that it's creating the NSG, the public IP, the storage, the virtual network, the network interface card, and everything is getting generated out of the template that we have used for this deployment, right? So from here, so save this link for yourself. Templates, let's go back. So here the templates, and I'm going to give you this link as well in my video for you guys, so a, a you have a quick access to that one. Control V. Let's go back. So let's see what else do we need to do. Okay, the deployment is still in progress. The other way to look at the deployment is from here. Uh, for some reason, if I go to the my resource group, okay, it's not taking me there for whatever reason. Usually it does. Let's try to open it in a new window. And it did take me to the inside the resource group. One thing uh, right? Oh, well, this is good now. So previously, if your deployment is from CLI, the deployment status usually is not shown. I have to validate that if it's still the case or not. But this is another area where you can look at what is going on inside this resource group. So it's still telling you that the template that we have used, it's still deploying. You can see the status here is also saying deploying. You can again go back, click on that one, it brings you back to the window where we were in this particular tab, right? So again, many ways to look, and right now the deployment is successful. So you can click on go to the resource group now, and it should take you to the resource group again. It's just loading. It looks like the Azure is little slow at this moment. Again, over here, this is also showing you that you can go to the resource group. Okay, I'm going to cross out one of the tabs because I don't need that. Now inside this resource group, this is the My Virtual template. So that's the virtual machine. So you can click on that one. How do you know it's a virtual machine? That's the icon that is unique to a virtual machine, and it's also telling you that's the instance. This is the instance name. That's the type of service. So this is my IP address. The first thing I can do, I can also click on connect, download my RDP file. Okay, so here is the DNS name that is configured. I can just use the public IP address, download the RDP file, go to my downloads and open up this file. If you're doing on Windows, the process is still exactly the same. I'm on Mac and I have a RDP client. Uh, let's just provide my admin username and password and see if I'm able to connect. It's asking you for a certificate, and you trust the certificate, and it should take me inside this virtual machine that we have just deployed. So there we go. While I'm logging in, let's go back to the lab. And from the lab, it's just saying verify and monitor your virtual machine deployment. So we have already done that one. It says go to the overview page and review the different charts for the CPU. So for this, go to the overview, and the virtual machine, it usually comes with a whole bunch of charts. Go to monitoring, and here are your charts. You have chart for the CPU usage, network usage, disk bytes, and disk operations. You can do more things. You can configure your own charts, but those are some of the things you spend some time and be familiar with it. What else do we need to look at? Click on any chart and you can add metric to change the chart type. As I said, these I'm not going to do that. You spend some time on it, so any chart you can click on it. The bigger chart is now there. You can change the chart. You can create alert rule. You can change metric namespace, metric type, and aggregation method. All of that you can configure very easily. So go back over here. It's also asking you to just take a look at the activity log. So let's just go back over here. My VM template, activity log, and it should give you some logs. It's just there's not too much of activity. So right now it's just the created and updated virtual machine. So that's all it's telling you at the moment. And that's about it, and let's validate that our machine is working. So this is we are inside the virtual machine that we have just deployed using that template, and this is the local server, and it's all working good. And can I go to the internet? You probably can. What I always suggest, go to the local server and turn on the IE enhanced security. Just click on and turn it off and hit OK. And now we want to stay there and go to the internet now. Use recommended setting, and let's try to go to Google, and there we go. So I have a virtual machine that's working and it's connected to the internet. Okay, have fun. If you like the video, please give me a like, thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for other videos. If you have any comments, please leave your comments so I can make better videos. And before I move forward, I should tell you that these resources are expensive. So if you're not going to use this resource anymore, delete your resource group so you are not getting charged. So let me just do that before I stop the lab. So I'm back to the resource group now because I want to delete the whole resource group. I'm going to copy the resource group name because that is what is needed. You gotta type this. Okay, man, it's even copying seems slow. So I'm copy, and here it looks like Azure is so slow. My delete resource group option is not yet available to me, but it will be available in just a second. Okay, let me see if there is anything else. I can get rid of this one. Come back this one. Here the delete resource group is available. I want to click on that one. Paste the resource group exactly, so that button should be available to me. It's not available to me. Why is it not available to me? My RG template, that is totally weird. So let me close that one and click on the delete resource group and paste it again. And now look at that is available. I'm going to click on the delete button. All right, so again, if you're studying for the AC900 exam, good luck. It's an entry-level certification and you should not have too much trouble passing that exam. Study well. Good luck. Thanks for watching the video.